Hello, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about making extra money on the side when things happen, such as losing your job or just a change in life. I recently lost my job in May. Low productivity, they didn't really have enough patients for me to do. I am a clinical pharmacist. I see patients. I was working at a psych hospital, seeing patients there. My productivity couldn't stay up because I didn't have enough patients, basically. Along with that, I was 7 months pregnant. I recently had the baby almost 5 weeks ago now, and I started applying for jobs maybe 2 weeks ago. But before that, being let go was a gift and a curse. Don't get me wrong, I liked the job, but I didn't see myself working there for the rest of my life or anything like that. I have 3 children. As a mom who is obsessed with her kids, I want to spend time with them. I want to not have to spend all my time at a job, even though if I enjoy the job enough, I wouldn't mind doing that. I've been looking for part-time jobs, but aside from that, I do digital products. My focus, my passion, my goal is to help women get through anxious moments, build confidence, just be all around just better people. My digital products are based on that. I have an anxiety journal. I have a book, 2 books actually, but the new one is Aren't You Tired of This Shit? It's about decreasing anxiety. And it has very interesting chapters, chapter titles, the focus of the chapter that is very entertaining and educational. And I learned a lot about myself and the ways that I felt and the ways to get over how I felt as I was writing the book and putting together different aspects of what I need to do to research and everything like that. Check it out. I'm gonna put a link below. I need to make a video explaining the chapters of the book because they're really fun. Also, I have 2 courses. One course is about dealing with decreasing anxiety, dealing with extreme emotional feelings, and decreasing fear. That is a jam-packed course that is awesome. It's kind of big, but it does what it needs to do and it's thorough. And of course, you can do it on your own timeline. My new one is how to get over a man in 48 hours. As a woman, we deal with a lot with men. We are nurturers. We give a lot of ourselves to men. And I don't mean in a physical sense, in like a mental, emotional sense. And a lot of times we deal with men who are not emotionally there or haven't done the healing, or whatever reason. We as women a lot of times think that we can change a man. I've spent too much time over the years getting over, a person, which was something that I dealt with in the last couple of years. And it took me just way too long to get over the situation. And it was like, this is stupid, but I was not doing the things that should be done, right? Like, I was not blocking on social media. I was not cutting ties. I was not writing how I felt and making plans for the future, setting goals, things like that. This course is about helping women get over a man within 48 hours. But with that being said, you have to put in the work, because getting over extreme emotions, such as something like that, where your dopamine is being spiked all the time by the touch or smell or just being around a certain person, how it makes you feel, and them being there. If that's you, or if you know someone, check it out, share, because my goal is to make digital products to help me be able to stay at home with my kids, as well as share my passion. Because I've been a pharmacist for about 13 years now. I have a lot of experience. I've met a lot. I've taught a lot. I have researched a lot, and I want to share that with the world. I want to do that as well as work as a pharmacist for a hospital or in a program or something of the sort that I enjoy. I'm saying this to say I got to a point where my life transitioned, and it really, really, really was hard for me at first. This happened on May 23rd. My birthday was May 26th. It was also Memorial Day weekend. It was Friday. I didn't get to say goodbye to anyone, really, because it was Friday at like 4:30 when I found out, which, no one likes that. But it is what it is. I have to move on. So I spent a lot of time focusing on God and faith, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm living in faith, right? Which is something I haven't done in the past. A lot of times I've tried to push for things that I thought I wanted or needed without asking God to direct my path or to help me make a decision, which I feel is the reason why I got into situations with different men and found the need to want to help women to get over a man quicker than the average months or years. So yeah, the last few years have been I feel like they've been a long transition for me. I feel like I'm now at a point where the transition, it may not be ending, but it's going into a new transition of success and positivity and real motherhood. Like, I've been a mom for 5 years, a little over 5 years, 5.5 years. But, when they're babies, it's real. But when they start getting older, it gets really real. Because, you see their personalities, you see how you affect them. And I really want my kids to have the things that, they need and they want. And also travel and, see the world and all that jazz. So, I want to start talking about my story with that. Creating the digital products. I've learned from a lot of YouTubers about what to do, things to do, how to market. I've learned a lot from having a business coach, if you need one, Brendan Boyd. He also does podcasting. He helps people start podcasts and make lots of money. He's great at that. So I would highly recommend him. So yeah, I just wanted to share a bit of my story and encourage others, moms, anyone really, to go after their dreams and try, because it is a slow process, especially at first, and especially if you're a mom and you don't have a whole bunch of time. You kind of have to make time, wake up early, just fit it in when you can get it in. And that's what I'm doing. That's what you would have to do. And even if it feels hard, it is very, very possible. So look into it. I'm going to link my Stan store below if you want to look at the products that I have, or if you have any questions about anything like that. Setting up a Stan store is a place where you can sell courses, digital products, all sorts of different things. It's very easy to set up. It's $20-something a month. And if you want to start something, the time is now. I encourage you to do it now and start it off, especially if you're going through a transition. I feel kind of like delirious talking because I have a newborn, and even though I had a newborn 2 years ago, it's not the same. I feel like I slept a little bit better with her, and with this one, the little boy, I just haven't been able to keep it together. All of a sudden I got into the sun. One thing I recommend if you're going to start doing digital products is to use AI. It helps with speed. It helps to put together information. It helps to give a tone if you want to give it a tone. It helps to give you ideas if you don't know how to phrase something or word something, or just set things up, period. If you need help with that, use AI. Use ChatGPT. You can even put together workbooks, and now you can do a whole bunch of this protein bar from Target. It's really good. It's in the fridge. It was $2.99, which is really expensive, but I was so hungry, and I'm trying to eat healthy since having the baby, because I allow myself to eat not as healthy when I'm pregnant. There's so many different AI platforms these days to use. I really like ChatGPT, but there's a bunch. As well as use AI, use Canva. Canva is so great. I've been using it for so many years now, and I'm sure that you either have it or you've heard about it if you are interested in any kind of digital products. But there's so many templates, and it's easy to just build whatever your heart desires from Canva. I've even built a sign for my daughter's birthday and had it printed and had Canva mailed it to me, and it was amazing. I actually ended up not using it. I think it was like $80. It was huge. It was a huge sign, but it is what it is. I'm gonna use it again one day. I'm just gonna have to change the birthday on there, just like paste another number, because I kept it, and it's really, really beautiful. As well as Canva, like say if you're interested in doing a book, you can use Otter AI and talk into the book and talk into your phone or computer, and it'll transcribe for you. A year subscription is not super expensive. It was like $100 for a year, which is not that bad. Some other things I have used, Canva has great stock photos especially if you get the pay, the one you pay for. So Canva has a free version, has a paid version. The paid version is like $12 a month. I think it's totally worth it. I would never go back. Is somewhere to get stock footage if you don't have it, and also somewhere to get stock music. I have used Epidemic Sound. There are so many different places to do this. I would probably YouTube and see how people compare them. I don't have a comparison of these things, but there's lots of people that have comparisons of different programs, and you can kind of see the pros and the cons of using them versus using others. I highly recommend that. And I highly recommend YouTube to help you with your digital products and to get them out there. For me, I have made a good amount of digital products, but my goal is to market. Because sometimes when you're in the creative phase, you're like, ooh, I want to create this, and I want to create that, and I want to sell this, and I want to sell that. And I've done that for a long time and then didn't market them. And if you don't market them, then no one knows it's even there. There's someone out there that you could help, but you're not helping because you're not marketing and you're not putting yourself out there. Me, that is my goal. My focus right now is to do more call to actions and post more frequently. I've given myself a little bit of grace since I just had the baby and I had a C-section, and then I went back to the hospital for preeclampsia, which was a lot, just a lot, you know, and in this job search and all that stuff. But my focus is really on the entrepreneurship, the digital products, the getting to the point of me being able to help women and coach them and be marketable and all that jazz. So that's the goal. If that's your goal, tune in. That's what I'm going to be talking about coming up, as well as anxiety, stress, fear, confidence, all of that. Because to do these things, you do have to have a certain amount of confidence. And because anxiety comes with it, so does stress, especially if you're focused on making money. One of the things you don't want to do is focus just on making money and not focus on your audience or the person or changing someone's life. If you're going to sell a digital product, you have to sell something that people want, something that's going to change something in their life. If that's not the case, then more than likely it's not going to sell. So just keep that in mind. You know, there's an audience for dang near everything, but it depends on how you're marketing and who you're trying to target. So whoever you're trying to target, make products for them. So my name is Dr. Chandra Smollett. I'm a pharmacist, a digital product creator, a mom, so many things, all the things. But come on this journey with me. Let's also focus on, while we're doing these things, keeping our confidence up, because a lot of times when things don't go the way that we want, our confidence takes a hit. So I'm always going to encourage you to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, other people will not believe in you. So let's keep this train going. Let's post consistently, even when there are kids in the room, which is something that I am working on right now. So to everyone out there, please subscribe, like, or share. Thank you so much for being here.